What you're watching is a political uprising in this country against a class of people who have done nothing but talk down to you, if they talk to you at all. It's what our founding fathers would call democracy, the elite's favorite word. But when the elites say democracy, Gurry says what they mean is their democracy. Democracy only exists when they're in power. The elites are so disgusted and threatened by populism, they don't even dare debate it. It's to be exterminated from the political landscape. Populism must be criminalized. It's why they're using the judicial system to stuff Trump in a refrigerator, keep him on ice before they try to throw him in jail. So when he pops up in the South Bronx tomorrow night, it's going to drive him crazy.
He's hosting a rally to try to con people and try to fleece them out of every dollar that they have to fund his own legal fees. And by the way, he's doing it in the South Bronx not to make a point, but because he's got court. And the man practically has the legal version of an ankle bracelet around him, and he can't leave the 5 boroughs because he always has to be in court. And so it is truly an embarrassment to him. And I am looking forward to the response of everyday Bronxites talking about how they feel about him coming to their backyard.
How do you think?
AOC admitted lawfare is an ankle bracelet to keep Trump away from normies. His connection's too powerful. There's no way AOC could get anywhere near the crowd Trump could get in the Bronx. And that's her district. She's humiliated that the Bronx wants him there and he wants to be in the Bronx. Gurry says the elites can sense impending danger. The aggressive moralizing, the embrace of bizarre ideology, the trampling of the norms, all of it is a function of panic. Democrats have lost the normie vote. All they have is scare tactics. And here's the scariest one of all.
He's going to put people in positions in those organizations. He didn't have all-stars the last time. He'll have the bottom of the barrel this time, but people who will want to do his will, and that should worry every American. This election matters because of a reason like that. People have to participate. You cannot sit on the sideline. I don't care how you feel about Joe Biden, you must vote for him because the consequences on the other side are too severe.
The former FBI director doesn't realize the normies hate what's become of the FBI. It's the whole reason they're voting Trump. Send him to Washington and smack the town around. No one feels sorry for crooked FBI directors, dirty prosecutors, rogue judges, and insider trading politicians. They don't need protection. Normies need protection from them. 4 years ago, Biden told Charlemagne the God, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Now the elites are begging the guy Biden insulted to endorse him. Watch.
You say you're not going to endorse anybody. Charlemagne, now is not the time, in my opinion, to sit this one out.
Yeah. I didn't say that. I never said I was sitting it out.
What you gonna do?
I'm definitely voting in November, but what I like to focus on is issues, not individuals. Like, you know, when
but
you
why not endorse?
Huh?
Why not endorse Biden?
Why do y'all need us to say this if we don't feel comfortable saying it?
No, it's not that we need you to say it,
Others
but I think other folks need to hear.
The reality is I think both candidates are trash. So but I am going to vote in November, and I'm going to vote my best interest, and I'm going to vote who I think, you know, can preserve democracy.
Gurry predicts a political earthquake's coming, and Joe Biden will be crushed on Election Day if Democrats keep prosecuting populism. America's ready for normal. And that's only starting when we get a president back in the White House who listens to the will of the normie.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.